Get mantra tracks and healing MP3s at JasonGallant.ca. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about wisdom and how is it developed. And somebody recently commented on one of my videos and said, "How do you know this stuff, Jason? Where did you get this information from? What religion are you? Did you read this stuff somewhere?" And although you can read things in books, you can get some information to get started when it comes down to your spiritual path or your fitness path or maybe your engineering path, whatever it is you're doing. It's good to start with a book. But in the end, wisdom comes from experience. So really, where did I learn what I know to be true? The ever-expanding stuff that I know to be true. There's always another level, right? Ultimately, it's about receiving what life is giving you internally. You know, so many people think that they are going to know the solutions to life by shutting down their awareness because they don't like what they're aware of. And I know many, many people that are in a lot of pain and then they make decisions based on that pain, but it's like trying to see the world through a bunch of static, a bunch of noise. You know, if you're seeing the world through a bunch of noise, you're not really seeing clearly. And suffering is a lot like that. Suffering is like noise, and it hinders your awareness. And what I mean by this is that if you are not liking the noise, if you're not able to be with the noise, whatever flavor it's taking, then at some point, because you're shutting down or rejecting what it is you're aware of, you will not be aware of what is on the other side of the noise. So this is why a lot of sages and gurus and different teachers that meditated for a long time, they all of a sudden became smart. People were like, where'd they get this knowledge from? What happened? Did some being of light come down and start having a good conversation with them, answering all their questions? It's not really that. It's just that you become so clear. You can just see things as they are. And then from there, decisions are much easier to make. You could compare it to walking in traffic without a blindfold and somebody saying, wow, you're so wise because you're avoiding the cars as they're rushing towards you. See, everything's about awareness. So if you wish to become wise, you have to stop shutting your awareness down and also be aware of how you are not liking certain flavors of your internality, if that's even a word. But notice how you have a certain revulsion to certain flavors of you inside, and let go of your judgment of those flavors. As you let go of your judgment of those flavors and hold a neutral point in the mind, the heart opens, more feelings come up, more sensations. These also are not you. But as you stop trying to micromanage them, they start to flow through you and they bring wisdom with them. They bring healing and wisdom. And because you're not shutting down your awareness now expands into the next level. And yeah, you will have to open up your non-judgment side of yourself even more so as you are aware of a greater and greater you. So wisdom comes from clarity, and clarity only comes from acceptance and beingness. And it's very common for people on a spiritual path to grow in wisdom, and then they look around at their old environment and say, wow, I don't understand why these people are doing what they're doing. Why are they being so stupid? But before, it felt like everything they were doing was so reasonable because they were not aware and you were not aware of the suffering that was dominating the actions of these people. So it's not about looking back and judging, but it's more about understanding that this is what being caught in suffering looks like. And when you understand what being caught in suffering looks like, you understand also how you may be caught in a subtle suffering. Certain suffering that you're caught in, that you believe that you are reacting to instead of just being the mountain and letting the river of whatever it is flow through you or flow over top of you. Again, this is all inside. Because there are some people that say, oh, well, I'm peaceful inside, then I should never have a conflict. And that is not true at all. That's another video, really. But conflict will definitely happen when you have people that are in suffering and they are attacking you with this suffering as you are just living your life. And when you have the conflict, you won't be defending your ego, but you may be defending your life or your physical right to an existence in this physical body. This is the thing, conflict can also be a part of this. So it's very common for people to second guess their realizations about themselves because they start to have conflict with people who are in suffering around them. And they're like, wow, I'm more free from my suffering, but I'm having more conflict than ever. What's happening? Why is this? Well, sometimes the conflict you're having with these people is known as tough love, and sometimes it can be for the best. Sometimes this drama is just a supreme unraveling of an entire program of suffering that a group of people or collective are stuck in. So yeah, if you wish to grow in wisdom, just receive. Continue to receive. I hope this helps you on your spiritual journey. Take care for now.